Hi Pisces, Pisces placements. Welcome to Pisces Tarot and Advice and welcome to your daily reading. Take 2. Harvey's having a stubborn day. So I'm just trying to... There's a lot of power plays going on in this house today. Because he's so stubborn, I swear to God. Sometimes you'd think he's a mule, not a cat. Nothing against mules, just saying. Alright, so let's see what's going on, Pisces. At the time you find this video, what you need to know for your highest good. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. Now, speaking of power plays, nothing happens for no reason. It could be someone making some sort of power play today. And it could be to do with your job, with your romantic life, with your personal projects, whatever it is, okay? This is laser focus. Shoot to kill, okay? I mean, obviously, hopefully not literally. With the Hermit, someone's kind of been waiting for the right time. It does feel like a power play. It feels like if someone's not around, not in the picture, missing, not as present, it seems like someone else is stepping up and trying to take advantage that the spotlight's open. Or maybe that's your advice for the day. Okay, so let's see. Pisces placements at the time you find this video, what you need to know for your highest good. Okay. I have closed personal readings. Not sure when I'll be opening them back up. At some point when I have more of a routine going. There's been some changes. And I'm just trying to figure out the new normal. It's all good stuff, but just new rules, new routines are needed. Okay. Thank you to everyone who's reached out and ordered a personal reading. I've really enjoyed reading for you, and hopefully you found it helpful. Okay. So let's see. Bottom of the deck. 3 of Swords. Well, that's great. The 3 of Swords is not a happy energy, right? It's heartache, heartbreak. That can be anything from going through a breakup, or it's also sometimes the energy of longing for something that you can't have. Okay, so it can talk about something being at a distance or someone being at a distance, okay? And that could be literal or metaphorical, just out of reach for some of you. Okay. And for others, like I say, you're going through some sort of heartbreak, breakup, separation, or just not getting what you want in a situation, okay, and experiencing disappointment, some sort of betrayal. It's not like the Ten of Swords where it's really, really painful, but it's just a letdown, basically. So if someone's betraying you in any way, it's almost like you're more disappointed in the fact that they would do that rather than actually what they're doing, if that makes sense. Current situation. Ooh, Justice and the 5 of Wands. Now, this can feel, or this does feel, and I suppose it can be similar to that energy of power plays. This feels like the 5 of Wands is everyone's arguing, everyone wants to speak, no one wants to listen, petty fighting, drama, and it's almost like no one is really stepping up, no one's really making a decision, no one's really thinking about, okay, let's move on from this phase, right? And with the 3 of Swords and Justice, it can be that you're disappointed that someone would choose to act this way, or a group of people would choose to act this way. And for others of you, it's a case of, you know what, no one else is making a decision, I'm going to have to make the decision. And maybe that's not what you wanted to do. That's not your job, or, you know, that wasn't your responsibility. But the decision could also be to step away from chaos and drama and instability. For others of you, this is where you feel like you have no choice but to report someone, right? Get the law involved or HR, whatever the situation is, because they're just being petty, they're just being dramatic, they're just kind of, I just get this energy of they're blaming you for things and they won't stop. They're not reasonable. They don't want to be. And it's almost with the Three of Swords, you're disappointed that this person would act in this way, but at the same time, you also have a decision to make here. They're not going to stop, and you shouldn't take the abuse, right? So you could be disappointed that you have to, but you could be reporting someone, filing a complaint, making something known, making something public, making something official in terms of what this person is doing and how unfair it is. Could also be where you've had, I just get this energy for some of you, where you've been trying to help someone, convince them to do the right thing, and they just don't want to. And it's disappointing that they just don't have that kind of a moral backbone. They keep avoiding or trying to get away with things or whatever the case is. And it's almost like you're going to have to be the bigger person in the situation, the mature person. And if they don't stop what they're doing, you're going to have to report it because it's hurting other people. Or it's hurting themselves. And in that case, your decision might be to just step away because they're taking everything out on you. You know, it could be some sort of, we'll see if we get the devil or any other addiction type of cards, but for some of you, you could be dealing with someone with an addiction where it's always someone else's fault. And no matter what you do, you're not going to get them to see the truth that, you know what, you have to take accountability for what you're doing. It's not someone else's fault. It's your responsibility. But because they don't want to do that, okay, because it's not fun. That's not easy to do. Who wants to do that, right? It's always easier to blame other people. And because they don't want to take responsibility and accountability, they just, whatever you tell them, they throw it back on you. You're always the bad guy. You're the problem. And in those cases, all you have to do, all that's left to do is to just take a step back and separate yourself from the situation. Okay, well, this is cheerful. This is the life we live. No sugarcoating on this channel. All right, what's going to help or hinder? Here we go, the situation. We have the Page of Wands and the Devil. And I'm going to have to cover the devil because YouTube. But yeah, what's going to help or hinder the situation? This is someone immature. Okay? Page of Wands. And with the devil, the fiery energy and the devil, this could be someone with anger issues. Or this could be someone who's very impatient. They may have some controlling issues. And if they don't get their way, they literally just kick off. This could be someone who's fired up. I don't know if they're taking anything, they're under the influence of anything that triggers their anger, or that just makes them incredibly restless, and just brings out the worst in them, basically. Okay, so we have Capricorn energy here as well. Okay. On the mind, we have the World and the King of Pentacles. Let me see how I'm going to cover up the World, because whatever. The World with the King of Pentacles on the mind. This is where, for some of you, what's happening here is you're withdrawing your support of this kind of person or this group of people. Because they don't see reason. They don't want to do better. You're still the bad guy, so you're supporting them, but you're still the bad guy, right? Girl, guy, you know what I mean. You might have given them an ultimatum, we'll see, and they're just not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So you might be withdrawing your financial support or your moral support, your emotional support. You might be kicking them out, or just putting up boundaries and just taking away your support, however that resonates, okay? Whatever kind of support you've been giving them. And that's why they're kicking off. Okay. For others of you, this is this could also be a habitual liar. Page of Wands with the Devil, a habitual liar. And you know, when you try to talk to them and you try to kind of to catch them in the lie by unraveling the story, and they just go from one lie to the other, to the other, to the other, until they just run out of lies, or they forget what they said, and then they get angry, right? Is that kind of person for some. And the Foundation, oh my, Seven of Swords with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who's been taking advantage of your kindness, taking advantage of your support, taking advantage of you, your love, your caring nature, your support of them. And it could be that you're saying no more, and that's why this person is going to be kicking off. But you're saying no more because they left you no choice. Okay? And it breaks your heart to do this, but Three of Swords with the Seven of Swords adding up to the Ten of Swords could be where you're understanding that sometimes the kindest thing to do to someone is to let them hit rock bottom. And that's not an easy pill to swallow. A lot of people like frown at that and they get triggered and angered by that because it makes you sound insensitive. But really, if you think about it, and if you've experienced going that deep with someone who's not okay, and you keep trying to help them and they just take it and use that as enabling behavior, okay, you do understand that you're just enabling. You're not actually helping. You're just enabling. The only person, there comes a point where the only person that can help them is themselves. And they'll only understand that when they have no one else enabling them. It's painful, but again, it's life. So let's see. Recent past. We have the King of Wands and the Two of Wands. Yeah, so for some of you, you gave someone an ultimatum to get better, to do better, to stop their bad behavior. The Devil with the Seven of Swords can be some sort of addiction. It can also be lies, manipulation, cheating, avoidant behavior, deflecting, gaslighting behavior, shifty, just not doing the right thing, basically. And the thing is, with the Seven of Swords, they know they're doing wrong. On some level, they know they're doing wrong. But it's a case of, well, as long as I get away with it, if Pisces doesn't say anything, as long as I get away with it, why change? You know? And so recently, it could be that you or someone else has given this person some sort of ultimatum, some sort of choice. You either do this or you do this, but those are the only options. Okay, or you either do this or stop doing this, or I'll walk. And it could be that that has now started some conflict because they are kicking off. Because again, they're accusing you of not being fair. They're accusing you of being mean to them. They're accusing you of all sorts of things. Okay? And it could be that they've pushed you to the point where, again, Three Swords, Justice card, there's nothing, they're not leaving you any choice but to get the law involved or to put protective measures, legal measures in place so that they can't reach you. Because they may be doing all sorts of, there's a lot of, with fire, there's anger, there could be violent tendencies, so just be safe, okay? All right, so let's see. In the outcome and advice, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Wands. So it looks like you're leaving this behind, Pisces. You're kind of cutting your losses. You're starting to move on. You're starting to move away slowly but surely from this individual or this group of people, or removing yourself from an environment, an association, whatever the situation is. And very soon, harmony will be restored within yourself, but within your home, within your other relationships. Okay? The sooner you put distance between you and this person or this situation, the sooner you'll feel happier, more stable, okay, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Okay. We have the High Priestess and the Five of Cups. Yeah, it breaks your heart to have to walk away. It breaks your heart to have to turn your back on this person or this situation. But again, intuitively, subconsciously, consciously, you have this inner knowing with the High Priestess that it's for the best. Okay, or if you don't have the inner knowing, you have the hope. You're hoping that you're doing the right thing, but it has come to the point where you just have to save yourself. It's every man for themselves at this point. Okay, and it's a case of they left me no choice. Three of Swords. I can see how heartbroken you are and how disappointed you are over the situation, but at the same time, you're also recognizing that they're taking you down with them. No one's winning in this situation. No one's happy. No one's healthy. No one's thriving. They're not getting better. No matter how much help you give them, they're not getting better. So you're getting worse, and they're getting worse. And they're the ones with the power in this situation and the responsibility. And if they refuse to take the responsibility, it's just going to keep going downhill. Okay? And the Magician. Yeah. And this is reinventing, reorganizing, rearranging your time, your resources, reinventing who you are, reorganizing your schedule, your resources, because now you've pulled away from essentially a black hole in your life. Because how else would you define it? You give, you throw all your resources in there, and they literally contribute to nothing. They just go down the drain. They go down the drain because this person is seeing it as enabling. They're not really using the resources the way you're intending when you're giving the resources, you know? It just enables them. So it's a waste all around. And until this person realizes that and turns it around for themselves, because they're the only one that can, it's always going to be a waste. And that is a difficult pill to swallow, a difficult truth to come to and to accept. But it looks like you're there, Pisces, because they've left you no choice. Okay? Nine of Swords, Three of Swords. This has been going on for a long time. You've been feeling guilty, even thinking about leaving. You've been feeling guilty because the Page of Cups, there is an emotional attachment here. The Six of Cups, this could be someone in your family, someone you grew up with, someone you have a very strong relationship with, someone you view as a very dear person to you, a soulmate bond. And that can be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a child for some. It could be a parent. There's a lot of love here, but unfortunately this person uses that to their advantage. Five of Swords. They're not in a position. This is all about them. This is all about them. And they're very hurtful with their words. And this is someone who would threaten you if you stop giving them money, if you put boundaries up with the Strength card. It's about money or other resources you can give them, including a place to stay or a shoulder to cry on, or the one who always picks up the phone when they call because no one else will, because they've pushed everyone else away, right? And this is someone who always plays victim. You know this person. You know exactly who they are. I don't have to go too much into detail, but I can see that it's really been a heavy burden on you, even contemplating, oh my God, what if they never change? Am I even doing the right thing by giving, or am I doing the right thing by separating myself from this, or am I... It's been really difficult for you. But with the High Priestess, and you have the full moon and the owl in the background, I don't know if you have had new information recently, or new knowledge, or new wisdom, or some sort of realization with the full moon that's come in, or it's actual information where you again caught them in the lie, you again caught them doing what they're not supposed to be doing, they again did what they promised they would never do, again and again and again, right? And so that was the last straw. They genuinely gave you no choice. They left you no choice. Okay, so at this point, you're bringing the focus back to you, because you have to rebuild. You have to get yourself back on track. This has eaten your money. This has eaten your health. It's been very stressful. It's been a very heavy burden to carry. Trying to nurture this person, trying to lift them up and keep yourself going at the same time, right? It's been keeping you up at night. And it got to the point where you just have to protect yourself at this point. You have to look out for yourself at this point. So it's not an easy situation by any stretch of the imagination, but it's necessary. And I feel like you have come to that conclusion with a broken heart, but with Justice as your first card here, you see everything for what it is. And you see that this is the right decision, okay? And you're only responsible for yourself, okay? We're in a situation where everyone's an adult, obviously. You're only responsible for yourself. Or if you are responsible for another in some capacity, that responsibility has terms, conditions, expectations to a point, right? You're not just, that's it. You know, you just have to, there's no, that's not how that That's not how it goes. Even if you signed a contract, even if you agreed to something, it was defined and it was to a point or for a time, right? It's not like forever and you don't get a say. So let's see. What else does Pisces need to know about this situation? So Pisces, if you are looking for confirmation, this is it for you. Yes, this is the right move. Separating yourself from this, walking away from this, whatever decision you're contemplating and thinking about, especially if it involves you taking your support away from something that's just been a black hole in your life and putting it back on you, putting it back on your job, putting it back on your family, putting it back on your health. That is the right decision. Okay, when you have the High Priestess with Justice in a reading, that's telling you, yes, what your intuition is telling you is correct. Yes, that is the truth of the matter. Yes, you are seeing things correctly. What your intuition is telling you, what your gut feelings and instincts are telling you, that is the truth. Okay? And you're just letting go because you have no other choice. And not only letting go, but letting go and starting to rebuild yourself, your life. Healer of the Ages. It's been coming out a lot recently. Appreciation. It's all about value. It's like the Nine of Pentacles energy in this deck. Healer of the Ages, that could have been you with the Queen of Cups here, where you're always the one fixing things. You're always the problem solver. You're always the one getting things together. You're always the one cleaning up after this person. Adjacent possibilities. And now you're looking at your options. You're stepping away from this. You have other options that you want to pursue. And this is also a lot of, it's like an exit, right? You're opening the door and you're leaving. And it's also the realization that this person does have options. Maybe that's what you found out, that whatever they were saying to you, they were saying to other people. And it wasn't just you helping them. Maybe they were telling you that they have no one else. And you felt that heavy burden and responsibility of, if I don't help them, they have no one else, right? Well, that's a bit of a savior complex. But maybe you find out they have other people helping them. And you're going, oh, so I'm struggling to pay my bills because I'm giving you money because you're telling me you've got no one else and nothing else going on. I'm stressing out at night because I don't know how I'm going to make my rent or whatever because I'm feeding you and looking after you and trying to make sure you're okay. And you're telling me that you're getting money from all these other people and you're still feeding your habit, or you're still just slouching, just not doing anything, just being a leech. It's not, whatever excuse they were giving you. It's just they were lazy and a liar, whoever they are. Ooh, interesting. We have the Temple Path and the 7th chakra with Archangel Uriel. There's definitely knowledge coming to you. You're seeing a way out. You're seeing the path, the solution. You're seeing the way out. There's also information coming to the home, or a delivery coming to the home, or to you, or to where you work, or something like that. That is knowledge, that is wisdom, that opens your eyes to something. And again, you have your intuition being confirmed. And this is follow the signs, follow the guidance, trust the guidance, trust what you're coming across, trust the paperwork you're seeing, trust the messages you're seeing, trust what this other person is telling you that this going on, okay? Because someone has been taken advantage of your love and support. Hold on, I think there's one more that wants to. 5th chakra with Archangel Gabriel and the Thinking Woman. Yeah, again, what you're thinking is correct. What you're thinking is the truth. Okay? So you're okay to go ahead and act on it. 1st chakra, Archangel Michael, you're okay to take action to protect your security, to protect your safety, to protect your livelihood, protect your health, protect who you are, what you have. Put boundaries up, cut ties. This is your confirmation. It's not easy. It's not an easy situation. Pisces, I've been there. I have. A couple of times in my life. And I know how heartbreaking it is. I know how heartbreaking it is. But at the same time, I also know what I just said. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for someone is to let them hit rock bottom. Because that will hopefully, usually, trigger their healing, their rebirth. When they have no one else to turn to and nothing else to turn to but to look at themselves, that's when their healing truly starts. And it can be tough love, and it can feel like a risky move, and it can feel, you can feel guilty about it. But at the end of the day, whatever someone else does, again, adult, okay, that's on them. That's their choice. That's their decision. You're not responsible for that. You're only responsible for yourself. Okay? And it's come to that point. So Pisces, I really hope this helps. Let me know if you feel comfortable sharing, if you resonate with the reading, how you resonate with the reading. But I'm glad to see that you're coming to terms, you're accepting what you know to be the truth, and you're stepping away and just refocusing, recentering, restoring stability and happiness and joy and good health and harmony in your life and within yourself. Okay? So good luck. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.